Okay, so this video is designed is basically me talking about reset. Like I said, I'm on my whole reset the black community thing. One thing is how we treat each other. I don't know if I talked about this before, but I'm gonna make sure I specifically talk about this now. Now, the one thing, now the person I want to focus on, since I'm a black man, I'm going to be focused on how society treats black men, and that's coming from, I think, Addison. Um, Let me speak from do what this is my. I guess I want to start with this. I feel like every like manhood is different from everybody. There's no monolithic journey, but I feel like everybody has their journey through manhood. Some more masculine, some take a more feminine route. Sort of like it's sort of like martial arts. Some martial arts mostly focus on power. Some mostly focus on intelligence. Some are more finesse. It's just how you will like to. How would you focus your manhood that focus around your style? So that's including gay and the trans community. Like I don't want people to feel left out. I'm not just talking about the straight people. This is all to me. This goes for the gays and the trans community. If you feel, even the ones that feel like they go into a woman's body, and feel like you don't want the manhood and you want to go to womanhood, and I may not understand it, but if that's the direction you want to go, then so be it. I think I saw something about Laverne Cox was like, I didn't want the manhood or some shit like that. I didn't fully read it. It's just like I read it and it was just like, okay, if that's, and I just left it as that's how she wants, that's what she wants, that's her thing. Do you? I'm not going to judge. That's how you feel. That's you. Do you? So with this, but I do want to start with the young boys because I feel like no one cares about, and I say this all the time. No one cares about young boys, and then every time when I feel like someone do care about young boys, no one, no one really agrees with it. Let me start by saying, okay, some of the stuff that people don't like now. I've had to defend like the whole boys will be boys thing, and I feel like we need. This is why I said we need to have set rules about slogans. Like the one thing I would say, boys will be boys. I personally do not have a problem with boys to be boys. The problem is when people move the goalposts. When you are, I think boys will be boys. I think boys will be boys should only account to people that are 13 and under because you are boys. By now, and this all takes with good parenting too, because sometimes as an adult, okay, especially as a father, if you are a father and you go with this boys will be boys, you also got to tell them what you did wrong. Hey, okay, I understand you're a young boy, you're trying to figure it out, but you also got to be a guide. I don't feel like who is guiding these boys, especially if you're in a single parent household. Is there do you have at least a positive male role model around you? Someone where you're just like maybe he's not his father, maybe his father's not around, and maybe his father's not a good person that you would like to be around. Do you have a positive male role model that he can like at least look up to? Because I do feel like every boy needs a positive male role model that he can look up to so he can be a good person in society. I'm gonna always go with two parent household, and let's be real. I'm gonna always go two parent household. I was in a I was raised in a two parent household. My father was raised in a two parent household. If I ever have a wife and the kids, and I mean a family, I would want to stay in that two parent household. All right. Let that be clear. But even if I all of a sudden don't get there, I want to be in my son's life as much as I can to try to at least be a good, positive male role model to them. Like my nieces and my nephews, I try to be as positive as I can to them. Like show them like good kindness and guidance and all that other stuff. Be a good positive role because that's the least I can do. So, with that being said, I do feel like who is guiding these boys because there are some boys that I feel like they're not just being guided. they're not, and I'm not even talking about the birds and the bees. It's just like in life. It's like, what's your journey? Because it's just like, what you may have this way of thinking of raising, but you may not be like that. You have to try to find a way to raise someone like that, or find someone in that similar talent that is a man could, that he could look after. Because let's say, like, okay, easy. Like, if your kid wants to be a basketball player, you basically go put him in a, you know, basketball training camp, or so, like, have a coach that could teach him how to play basketball, or like football especially. Like my little nephews, they play football. All right, now they're around people that love football and they teach them discipline. And martial arts is another thing, because I feel like one thing about martial arts, and I love about martial arts, is that you learn a lot of things, not just in martial arts, but you learn a lot of things in life. Same thing with sports. It's like, because I know people's like, you only make it out when you got a wicked, like, unless you like rap or got a wicked jump shot. Well, at least with sports, you learn some discipline that you can stay in life and you can like add to in your life. Um, but if you know someone that's like good with science, you be like, I need to find a good male role model that's fuck with the science, like a Neil deGrasse Tyson. I feel like if there was more Neil deGrasse Tyson, there'd be more black boys into science. All that other stuff. Like, I wouldn't have to like go to him personally, but someone that's like him. Just think about science in that way. I feel like we need to find people. If they have these talents, you need to go and develop a talent. Because I always say we have these superpowers, and this goes for women too. But I'm just speaking solely for the men. We have these superpowers, but sometimes we don't know how to develop them, and we're gonna like. There's no one there to teach us how to, develop them, what to do, and all that other stuff. Um, My Hero Academia is like the best example, because All Might, basically, he has the power. Deku has the same powers as All Might, and All Might is basically training him how to go about using his powers. Now, as you see, in Deku's earlier stage, for those who've watched My Hero Academia, he's always using 100, and his body's not adjusted to it, so he's always hurting himself. So now, when he's learning more, and he's putting his body in shape, he's learning I don't have to go 100. I could probably go 30, a 10%, and all that stuff, and like get what I can out of that 10%. That way, I don't hurt my body when I go 100. It's obviously like you're seeing him develop as a young man. That's why, like, and that's how most shonen animes is. Like, there's always someone, a master, or someone that's older that knows how to use his powers, and then like that's where he goes on his journey. If you want to, that's for my black anime fans. Mhm. But anyway, same way with football, same way with any other sports. You always look for the older guy that knows the game and all that other stuff, teaches him, and then like try to teaches him in life. Do we have that? Now you think about what about the schools, but schools is just like it's 30 to 1. Sometimes you just, for most people, like, if there's 30 kids in the class, and let's say 26 do good and the four just fell off the wayside, some people are okay with that. But the four, it's just like they don't get it, and then they're just left behind, and then it's just like fuck it. So now maybe those four that had the ambition, but they just probably need more advice. If they're not getting it, they're just going to just give up on shit because no one is helping them out. Now they're just lost and all that stuff. So, and I feel like some of that is bullshit. That's why most of these people like drop out. That in school is just not interesting. Like, you got to be really like, one thing about school for me was, if I was interested in it, the grades would see. Except in science, I hate science, but my whole motivation with science is let me get good grades so I never have to take science in senior year, which I did. It was like one of those things. But like English, for some reason, I was always getting good grades in English because I was always interested in English. History was the same way. I was getting good grades in history, so I would pass that. But like math, sometimes I wasn't interested in math, and I would like suffer in it because I didn't really have an interest in math. Art, excelled in art because I drew a lot. So that was one thing. Um, Also with these young boys, it's just like we gotta care about them because I hate the whole rhetoric that it ain't shit. And I literally asked this question on my Facebook, and they said, and I asked ladies, and I asked the women, who in your life? Now I said who in your life would you consider a good black man and why? Now two of them said their fathers. And they asked him why. He was like, my father, he did this and this and this. He's like protected me and all that other stuff. He's treated me like a queen and all that other stuff. Those are good answers. But it's like anyone else. One person said, her brothers and cousins. So basically, she was in a family where like her brothers and all that stuff was protected. Those are good answers. I asked this group that I'm in, and I I said the same thing. Who? But the problem is they gave me good answers, but they gave me answers to what? I didn't ask for what to use a good black man. I said who to you is a good black man and why. Every answer they gave me is just like what is a good black man, and I'm like mission failed. I kind of aborted the mission, but only one person answered, and she said Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was a good black man. That was a white woman that said that. So I don't know how to feel about that. Now the thing about these brothers, like the sisters, is like I tell people I hate the whole men and shit rhetoric. And a lot of the women that say yes, we don't say all, and there are men that treated me well. Who are these men? And it's just like maybe you could. And this is why I think like I've always said when it comes to accountability, everybody needs to have a just say, all right, I feel like collectively, the whole community, black men, black women, even in the LGBT, is like we have all done something to put ourselves in the bottom of the totem pole. It's all our faults. Let's build this up together. Fuck the blame game because I feel like blaming people is just like it's getting us nowhere. Oh, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's no. I was like, just why don't we just look? Everybody just say, all right, it's fucked up. We need to fix it. I feel like we're past the whole blame game. Whose fault is it? The accountability, and everybody's like, oh, black men don't take accountability. I was like, bruh, I've known black men is just like, yes, and it's funny because I know the black men is just like we know the Tyrones, and it's like we tell them all the time we know the Dusty niggas. We know the Tyrones and the Pookies and Ray Ray. I hate saying that shit, but we know those people in the hood. We sometimes we even tell you they're no good. And then and I said this: who? If I'm asking you who, you should tell me who. And my other thing is, do you reward those good black men? Not even with sex. Like I told people all the time, not even with sex. But do you reward them? Like, how do you reward them? Do you like say, "I appreciate you," black man, and all that other stuff? Do you tell your other friends about, "Oh, he's a nice now"? Not even for dating wise, it's like this is a guy I feel like he should run the community. He has great ideas. Um, Let this person run the community, or like he's good with kids. He's good with kids. His record is clean. Okay, let him look after like so and so, or like let him discipline, like have put some type of discipline on. Like especially if they have clean records. It's like, are we putting those men out on front? No, I feel like we're not. I feel like we're all worried about whose fault is it and where and like who's to blame. And I don't care. And like today, I don't care no more. I don't care who's to blame. Like black men can say, "All right, it's our fault," and I feel like sometimes we'll still be on it. And I do feel like it starts with you. I be honest. I feel like it starts with the youth. I feel like our time, like since we might be the OGs now, we might be the people. And that's another thing. We need to get more people our age in Congress, especially those that's that's trying to be in a political area. We need to get our more young people in there. Maybe we have younger, fresher ideas. I do feel like we need to get the old heads out of there. I think we need to learn something from the old heads, but at the same time, we need to get them out of there. We need fresh new ideas. Things that help the environment and all that other stuff. Because let's be real, our president candidates are like 80 something. 80. They both of them were damn near 80. Or like in their mid 70s or some shit like that. They probably don't even care. They probably look at us as a bunch of babies. It's like, oh, you just a baby. You don't know. You ain't live. It's like I'm living now. Like this shit is for us. Like, and I think I don't know. It was our Professor Black Truth or the Black Authority. He said it himself. Y'all done fucked it up for us. At least give us the chance not to fuck it up for the next generation. We need to get sorry, and that's my opinion. We need to get some of these old heads out of there. We need to because they don't care about the because a lot of them just care about themselves, and that's the last thing I feel like as men we need to stop. We need to be about we. I feel like we should have a better mentality, and from the young point, and ladies, this is what I need your help with. It's like one, if you do what you do know, put them out there. Just say, hey, this this man right here, this man right here is a good guy. I even go to the part where you should probably be procreating with men that wants to spend a family, that that you should procreate with men that you want to have a family with, that has good values and wants to like he. I'm trying to say this, but and make it not be forceful because sometimes I understand some nice guys are not your type. Maybe the bad boy is your type. But at the same time, I don't want you to like go with the nice guy by the time you hit the wall either. Some of these nice dudes is just like, and I tell people all the time, some of these nice dudes, like, just because they ain't gangsters doesn't mean they ain't fucking pussy either. All right, like they just about to like they we go about different. It's like why would I fight when I can like build? It's like if I could build you a house, why would I? I could build you a house that you can protect him. I can like get my gun license for you to protect him and all that other stuff. Like there are good dudes. I always say this: there are good dudes that worship with brown black women on, and I feel like you would like them if you just get to know them. But since you like interested in all these bad boys that do nothing for the community, it's just like, yeah, these are your fathers. It's like, cause I'm tired of seeing mothers or single mothers with no good as niggas, but you know that they're no good as it's like, but yet you want to procreate with them. Why you? And this is what all the the I guess the squares that y'all would call them. This is what they're saying. Why are you procreating with niggas you know are no good, and then you expect them to fucking step up or some shit like that. And when they fucking tell you, I don't want no kids, I just want fuck. A lot of y'all just like are just um attracted to these people, and yet you don't want to procreate with someone that wants to build a family around you. There's literally a dude that his wife just divorced him. She said she wants to run the streets. In the back of my head, it's just like, so you're willing to lose a family and basically a family structure for the streets? We gotta, and that's probably another video. We gotta talk about our flaws. We got a lot of flaws, both men and women. Ooh, we got a lot of flaws, and I feel like some of our thinking is ass backwards. So I don't know. I'm gonna end it here, and I'm brainstorming off the top because one thing I don't want to bash Black women. I really do not want to bash black people, but I want to get shit done in the hood that I feel like we just need to do better as a collective. But I do think we need to start with our black men. And I feel like if you start with the black men, then maybe like half this shit is probably the hood wouldn't be a problem. I feel like if black men like was shown more love, and I know what y'all thinking. We show love to black men all the time. It's like not really. Some of y'all like I've been in, and this is one thing people won't admit. I've been in, especially single parent households where like the guy doesn't agree with their mother. Like he's always arguing with his mother. Some of these people cannot wait until they leave their mother. And then the women, y'all say this too. Sometimes y'all don't have fights with your mother. You're competing with your mother and all stuff. It's like one thing I can say about men is like we don't compete with each other. If my son is doing good, I want him to do good. If anything, I took like a lot of fathers want their son to do better in life, better than them. My father, I've never had to compete with my father with nothing. My father's always encouraged me to do stuff, and I've seen that a lot. I seen that with a bunch of other fathers. It's like I don't have to compete. It's like go through your thing, playboy. It's like go out there and make that money. It's like I feel like with a lot of women, it's just like and I say this all the time. I'll get dragged for it. You women are naturally selfish. Some of y'all would not admit this, but some women are naturally selfish. Like, and you don't think so? One of y'all sayings is happy wife, happy life. I have to keep you happy. You don't give a damn about a girl's happiness. Now I can go like real Patrice O'Neal about this shit, but that's on another time because I was literally gonna have a rant about why male friendship is so much better than female friendship to the fact that I think women are jealous of male friendships. And that's why like half the time when we do shit with our boys, y'all consider it gay. It's, like I was gonna do a rant on that. I can still do it, but I don't like if I do that, I'm gonna go full Patrice O'Neal. And even though I want to, it's not the time for that. Or it's really not the time for that. I don't know, maybe, but it's to me, it's just not the time for that right now. Like I can go full Patrice O'Neal, and I can like talk about how some of you women are boring, and like even some of y'all are really just only good for. Like I can go that route. I'm just trying not to. I want like I don't think it's necessary at this moment. So I don't know. I do feel like our men do need attention, and not when we're dead and you're marching for us. Which is that's going like I've had a bunch of rants like about that. People's like Breonna Taylor, and because people's like, oh no, did we forget about Breonna Taylor? I'm like, no, we're not. If anything, we're fucking overdoing it. I said this, and that's gonna be my honest opinion about Breonna Taylor. That's my short stint. We're overdoing it to a point. But if it works, it works. But I do think we're overdoing it. Just and why do you think I'm overdoing it? Okay, when Botham John got killed, it took a year for her to even get in the trial. And I know they're investigating. And I told people they're investigating as we speak. That shit does not. It's not a short, quick stint or some shit like that. Sometimes it's a long fucking process. It sucks, but it is a long fucking process. So, and I don't. I'm not saying don't forget about it, but at the same time, it's just like as much as y'all talking about it and all that stuff, I don't think they care. They're going to move at their own pace, and that's just my opinion before I get too far. Um. Anyway, how about young boys? I feel like we got young boys that's solved one problem. I don't think it solves the whole problem. Every problem I have, I don't think it solves the whole problem, but I at least have ideas out here. Um, and if I ever die and this shit like really gets big, I hope like people understand these ideas, and that's what I'm on going for. to the fact that where these ideas are in other people's head and I'm irrelevant. I'm not trying to be a philosopher, but I'm really trying to just like, all right, we got these ideas when we put them out. All right, let me know what y'all think. I may do other videos, but I gotta get ready for a podcast tonight. So with that being said, my name is Oscar and I'm out. Peace.